For the upcoming film Avengers Doomsday, which already has over 27 confirmed cast announcements and could actually get closer to 100 heroes when all is said and done, there is only time to follow some key important characters. Not everybody can have a meaningful arc and dialogue, as there simply isn't enough room in either of these films, even if they are 3 hours each. An industry insider has revealed what 5 key characters Avengers Doomsday is set to follow with their arcs, at least through the first part of the ending of the multiverse saga as we approach Secret Wars. We will break down who those 5 characters are, what they mean to the story, and what their most likely role is to play in this upcoming Avengers film. According to one of the newer Twitter scoopsters, these are the 5 main characters. If you were to have a graph for the amount of screen time a character gets by the amount of dialogue they have, and thus how important they are to the film based on those 2 metrics, these are probably going to be the characters who are on screen the most and talking the most. This does not mean we won't see tons of other characters in meaningful interactions, it just means that the plot will revolve heavily around these 5. The first is obviously Dr. Doom. In the category of the amount of screen time or dialogue that he's going to have, just imagine you don't pay a top actor $150 million for 2 films and not make him a central part of everything going on. He is the main antagonist, or from his point of view, protagonist, pushing the entire plot forward for Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. The movie is named after him, which is a clear indication of just how much screen time and dialogue he's going to have. Even with a quick post-credit scene rumored to be at the end of Fantastic Four that wouldn't even show his face, he will have less of an introduction than Thanos had. They have a lot of ground to make up in Avengers Doomsday, setting the scene for who and what Dr. Doom is. Much of Dr. Doom's role in the stories is based on the duality between him and his obsession with Reed Richards. Although Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards will be one of the newer characters introduced right at the end of the multiverse saga, Reed Richards' duality with Dr. Doom is simply too important to Dr. Doom's story not to have Reed Richards be a main part of the story too. According to the industry insider, Reed Richards will be the second character on the list as far as the 5 main characters. It's not exactly clear whether or not these are ranked by importance, but it is notable to see 2 brand new characters, both of which haven't officially been introduced to the MCU yet, outside of a couple of trailers among the biggest 5 characters in the upcoming Doomsday and Secret Wars. The third is Sam Wilson's Captain America. This follows pretty clearly, and although Captain America 4 maybe should have been Sam Wilson recruiting his new Avengers team instead of having that happen off-screen, Sam Wilson's Captain America was always a part of the Big 3 or Big 5 for these upcoming Avengers movies. For an Avengers film that doesn't have an Iron Man, and for these 2 Avengers teams that are most likely going to merge, it seems like Sam Wilson's Captain America would be the likely leader. Even though Yelena Belova feels like she's leading the Thunderbolts, or maybe Bucky, it will all be underneath Sam Wilson's Captain America as one Avengers team. Keep in mind, Sam Wilson never wore the mantle of Captain America too long in the comics, and there is speculation whether Anthony Mackie will make it out of Doomsday or Secret Wars, as this may be the end of the Sam Wilson storyline. The fourth is Thor. Much has been made of Thor and Chris Hemsworth's return. There is confirmation that Thor 5 is in development for after the multiverse saga has concluded. It is unclear whether they are going to kill off Thor, and this will be the end of his story, or if he is going to show up in Avengers Secret Wars and beyond. Given the fact that he was #1 during the cast announcement, it looks likely he'll be one of the top 5 characters the story is going to revolve around during Avengers Doomsday. The last character on the list is Loki. Loki was always going to be a central part of this. Initially, it seemed he would be more of a point of interest, with all the characters revolving around trying to access him or get to him first, rather than being actively involved in the story. Presumably, he needs to be sitting on that throne holding the multiverse together, and without him in that chair, the multiverse would dissolve. He cannot be in both places at once, or maybe he can, as he has been shown to be one of the more powerful characters in the MCU. Still, Loki is now probably one of the most powerful characters in the MCU, and Dr. Doom will have his hands full trying to defeat a Loki who can stop time at will and travel up and down the timeline. If he is not burdened with having to sit on that throne and be the anchor of the multiverse which could sideline him during the action of Avengers Doomsday. These 5 main characters, Dr. Doom, Reed Richards, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Thor, and Loki, are expected to be the main players. Other characters, such as Black Panther or Black Widow, may still have significant scenes, but the plot will revolve around the arcs and interactions of these five. Just because these are the main five doesn't mean that other characters won't have huge scenes, it just means these are the main players.